Welcome to episode 15 on our beautiful Grant Lee Sherman Civil War Generals 2 Civil War campaign. We have been playing as the Union. We have been playing as the Union the entirety of the Civil War. And we are rocking and rolling. What an absolute beautiful live stream we had yesterday midday. It was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun playing the Battle of Chancellorsville. An absolute thing of beauty. And we're going to jump right into it because our time is limited today. It is very limited today, unfortunately. But I've got faith we can get a good solid hour and a half in. So we just finished the Battle of Chancellorsville. And it was absolutely gorgeous. Major victory. It was a clean sweep. Ridiculous amount of weapon costs captured. And we absolutely rocked the Union. I'm looking for AP Howe is dead. And let's see here. Some promotions here. Alright, so we're going to do any weapon upgrades we can do, and then we'll see what the next battle is going to be. So, try to get all of our artillery up to snuff here. Which really, majority of our artillery is all Parrott rifles, because we've pretty well got them all upgraded. Alright, the cavalry. I think we want to start giving the cavalry a little bit better equipment here. We have no shortage of funds at the moment. We've got... everybody can have the best right now, essentially. But our infantry, we don't want all of our infantry to have the best. Because it gets a lot more expensive reloading our weapons. Primarily, I prefer to have everybody have the infield. Yeah, see the Colt revolving rifle and the Spencer rifle. They have really good attack rating. But you can see here it's expensive to reload. It costs 9 per person to refill their ammo. I mean, it is just ridiculous. So, majority of our troops, I prefer to have the majority owning the Enfield rifle or the Springfield. The Enfield will kind of be our baseline. This is the best rifle for the value. So we're just going to go through here, make sure everybody has at least the Enfield rifle. At the very least. If they got a Springfield rifle, that's okay. See, like this guy, we're going to tone him down to the Springfield. If it's a unique general, I should say, with a unique portrait, like right here, W.S. Hancock, we'll have him keep the Spencer. That's okay. Everybody else, I generally want them to have the Enfield or the Springfield if they already have it. And what a crazy battle, the Battle of Chancellorsville. We got a ridiculous amount of reinforcements in that battle. It was out of control. We just kept having units just pour onto the battlefield. It was so funny. We have a yesterday's midday stream playing this game. Barlow looks unique. We'll give him the Springfield. We got a fan. His name's Hey Man, and he was on the live stream yesterday. And there was one brigade we had that was called Hey Man's Brigade, and ended up getting stuck behind enemy lines, getting under heavy fire. Oh, that was so funny, yesterday's live stream. It was a lot of fun. And I went back and rewatched it. It was around the 44-minute mark, I think, is when all that started going down. It was so funny. It about killed me. Okay, weapon upgrades are done. What battle is in store for us today, my friends? And this evening we will be jumping back into Dark Souls 3. We just played Total War Empire a little bit the past couple nights, just to kind of take a break. But this is our current mainstay for our midday streams. Second Battle of Fredericksburg, alternate version 5. The Confederate right flank is caught in the open as it attempts to move toward the secured main body, which has itself been flanked. The Union should use its overwhelming force to attack the rebel defenses head-on. So we should be aggressive, is what it's saying. The rebels' only hope is to break up the Union advance with artillery, then mass fire on the individual units that make it to their positions. While the main body of both armies fought over Chancellorsville, the garrisons left behind at Fredericksburg were not idle. On the second day of the Battle of Chancellorsville, Sedgwick stormed over weak southern positions on the heights and headed west to reinforce Hooker. As Hooker awaited these fresh troops, a cannonball landed nearby and knocked him down. Dazed, he ordered a pullback to previously prepared trenches. This enabled Lee to send a detachment to meet Sedgwick's advance. So this is going to be a shorter engagement here. There's only 17 turns. But boy, same map. We're doing several battles in the same map right now, because this is the overall Battle of Chancellorsville, Fredericksburg. And right now we have got a distinct advantage over the South. We are already in position to overwhelm and surround him. So this battle is going to be extremely aggressive from the get-go. Okay, in the southern half of the battlefield, we do not have any artillery at all. However, right in front of the town of Fredericksburg, we've got 5 pieces. And the units are all considerably smaller too. 300, 400, 500. They're not large brigades on this battle. Okay, so we've got a couple headquarter units. No cavalry to speak of. So this is pretty much just going to be a heavy infantry battle. Let's check our reinforcement report. Okay, no reinforcements. A lot of times on a battle that only has a few turns, there's not any reinforcements. Alright, first thing we need to do is to keep an eye out to see if Hayman's brigade is among us. A lot of New Jersey and New York regiments in the south here. So they've got... It's not necessarily brigades. This is more just small regiments. Which I'm not entirely sure the difference between a brigade and a regiment. There's Sherman. Okay, so it's not giving us any individual names as far as the groups here. So we're just going to open right up with a heavy offensive action. And immediately, some of these gentlemen we're going to keep in marching formation because we want to have them be a little bit speedy here. if that makes sense. And it's kind of good, honestly, to get in position, rested in position, and then kind of ensnare the enemy, if that makes sense. So we'll go ahead and move up all of these gentlemen here and get into position. These gentlemen can move up as well. Yeah, we're going to be pretty heavy. Pretty heavy in this area here. So we're going to benefit if we just really get on the offensive quick. Move our headquarter unit out. See, like all these gentlemen here, you know, they're ready. Just dig them in. You're too far away. And then we'll just have these, a couple of these guys be in reserve. Swing that headquarter around. So we're going to encircle the units up north fairly quickly. They're going to be encircled fairly quickly. And we'll dig in, rest everybody up a little bit, because he's fresh and ready to go. All of his units have high morale. He's dug in. We need to get up and into position and rested. So we'll cut them off right here along Hazel Run Creek with all these units in marching formation. And by the time we have the encirclement complete, then we'll be getting on the offensive in the north. For now, we're going to have our artillery start softening him up. One unit at a time. Perfect. Now in the south here, it's going to be a bit different story. In the south here, we're going to need to focus on individual encirclements as best as I can figure. Because it's going to be tricky to get complete encirclements in the south here. So in the south here, we're just going to dig everybody in. Because this is his main offensive body he has here in the south. So just hold them right there. And my goal would be to kind of push them north, but we'll see what happens. Anything can change during the battle. Anything can change. But as far as his units just west of Fredericksburg, we've got them well under control. So we're just going to work on the encirclement here. Once it's closed off, he's done for. See, these units, honestly, some of these gentlemen we can start swinging around too. So we're shy of a few tiles here, but it'll tighten up. It'll give us a few turns to get everybody into position. Or, on the other hand, forget all of that. Just immediately start attacking. Because we have such a distinct advantage in this battle to start off with. Yeah, our artillery is kind of weak in this battle. So we can't reach him. Yeah, these gentlemen here should be able to close this gap fairly quickly. And just like that, we are on the move. Okay, you cannot attack. Or you cannot reach him this turn, that's okay. Not an issue. So he's got a slight advantage here for the moment. But we just have so many units that, you know, we really have overall a much larger advantage than he does. So we're just opening up with offensive action right away. We're not giving him a chance to rest up, which is probably the best thing to do. It's probably best not to give him a chance to rest, because we've got units in reserve in case he does try to break out. See, in the south here, this is exactly what we're going to do. We're just going to work on individual encirclements for the moment. So like you come down here, change formation. And these gentlemen here,
at ease, man.
Just rest him.
At ease, man. At ease, man.
We're going to force his hand by individually encircling units.
No, sir.
See, the goal would be... It all depends on how he moves everybody around. But the goal would be like to break that unit, encircle this one, and kill him. Just like over here, fill that gap, encircle him, kill him. So that's kind of how we're going to play the southern half of the battlefield. Just work on individual encirclements is our best hope here. Oh yeah, such an advantage we have on this. But this is a much smaller engagement. It's only 17 turns. It's not that big of a deal. Yeah, he did break out of... he did break out of that encirclement right there. So that's when we just keep trying. Because once you break a couple of them... So, Right here, though, we've got this guy in the bag. This gentleman here is in big trouble.
No, sir.
And just like that, we've encircled this unit. So all we do is just attack from this side, and then attack from the rear. Massive casualties. A couple more regular attacks. Not doing any charges right now, just doing regular attacks primarily. Charges are, they're really effective, but my goodness, they cost you. Alright, you run down there and capture that flag for the points. Yeah, I see these gentlemen here are getting freed up to move south. So we're getting right from the get-go, we're on the offensive on this battle here. Okay, next turn we're going to have this closed off, and they will have nowhere to retreat. We're so evil. Okay. Yeah, next turn these units will close this off, and he will have nowhere to run to. So we're not giving anybody a chance to rest.
No, sir.
And you can easily take that position. Oh yeah, he'll run off the battlefield. Okay, let's throw some artillery fire here. Well, you can't hit anything. What an odd placement for artillery. It can't hit anything. It can hit his unit that's in retreat already. Just soften him up a little bit. Oh, that was beautiful. Beautiful shooting. Beautiful shooting. Yeah, you can tell how much weaker the artillery is, because it only has 4 firepower, 34 men in it. The last battle, it was like, 400-man artillery brigades. They were huge. They were doing devastating volleys. You cannot reach there. You can, but I doubt you'll be able to break him.
No, sir.
Actually. So we are taking the stone wall fairly quickly and easily. And we've already got him on the back burner.
No, sir.
And this poor guy is in trouble. He's about to get surrounded, I think. We could charge in there. We might risk it. It worked. Oh, that's beautiful. Wow, we are already opening it up big time. And we haven't even closed the gap yet. And we've already got him in panic mode right now. He is in big trouble. So all of you just... Uh-oh. That actually is not good because it kind of opens up the line there. We'll have to close that gap up north there. So his force in the north is not a problem. Turn. Yeah, we are rocking and rolling today. And we do have an appointment around noon, so that's kind of why we're in a bit of a rush on this midday stream here. But we're going to have a lot of time. Tomorrow we're going to have a large midday stream on this game. You know, I'm talking, it might be 3+ hours. And the same goes with the weekend as always. So we've got a little bit of time opening up for us here at the Game Time Night household, to where we are going to be able to be getting it in a lot here soon. Alright, okay, the encirclement up here is complete. So these units, come down here, see if you can just kind of slow him down over there. Same with you gentlemen. Come in the woods and kind of slow him down in the woods. And any artillery, hit that one in the back. Yes, you can. Well, one of them could. Wow, this is going to be over so quick. So right here, just attack this side, attack from the other side. Yeah, this battle really paid off being aggressive. And it's like the opening dialogue said, you know. It said that the North should be aggressive from the get-go. So here we are. We are just ripping him a new one. Surprisingly, that infantry we just had really good morale. And we really haven't even given any of our troops time to rest. So these gentlemen here are freed up to start heading south, along with the headquarter unit there. Just keep creeping up, holding the line. You actually need to pull back slightly. Next turn we could take that tile there, and they wouldn't be able to retreat from there. Okay, this artillery cannot hit anything. So break formation, start heading south. You can hit him. And you two. Easy peasy. Perfect. Probably going to give you a charge here. Yeah, all of our units in the rear now are actually... they're actually free now to move south. Wow, he is getting in trouble so fast. I mean, right off the start here. Alright, these, I'm thinking these 3 infantry brigades up here, we might just hold them back for a minute. But these, all 5 of these infantry brigades can start heading south, including you. Get into marching formation. All of you just start heading south. I don't know if there's going to be enough turns to completely eliminate all of his units, but we've definitely got his force in the north encircled and destroyed. Okay, he kind of made a mistake here. He kind of bunched up his units. So that is going to be his doom. He just made a fatal error. Right there. I mean, fatal. So you two gentlemen. Right here is just holding for a minute. Because I think we can swoop around and encircle this group down here. His units over here, we'll just kind of start building up, stacking up right here. If we can get this army in the south encircled. Wait. Alright, who can attack him? Pretty much all of you. Go ahead and give him a charge. Well, that was quick. So that just freed up all of these gentlemen to work on an encircling maneuver here. So we're going to try and close this gap here. Where is that third headquarter unit? Okay. Yeah, if we could get them down there, we could fill that. We could encircle them pretty easily. This is turning out to be an easy battle then. This little midday live stream might be over before we know it. But like I said, we've got a little bit of time today here. Not as much as I normally like to have. Alas, the real world is calling us today. But after yesterday's episode, that was a lot of fun. Okay, just keep swooping around as best as we can. It'd be good to keep a couple of units in reserve in case he breaks a position here. So like for you two, see, we could get that closed up next turn. He better do something because he's his units in the south are in trouble. This could be over quick in the south. He's going to have to do something here. Digging in what I can and rescuing what I can. While we complete the encirclement. Alright, right here is where it's going to get a little sketchy. So hold those trees. You dig in. All of you hold that. And all of this gentlemen here are already rushing down. We've even got some in marching formation too. Oh, he's in trouble. So right here, start moving them down. Alright, the artillery really don't even need it in this battle, I'll be honest. But we'll move it out anyway. Alright, let's...
No, sir.
finish these gentlemen off here. They got repulsed. That's funny. Oh boy. What a bad day for the Confederacy. What a bad week for the Confederacy in this game. We have just been demolishing him all week long. It has been brutal. And this battle is just right off the get-go. Offensive action. Because they gave us such good position to start the battle off with. They'll get repulsed. Yeah, that's okay. Not a big deal. Because we've got reserves here. So we're kind of doing a whole, sacrificing our units, but it's worked. We are well on the way to finishing off the north of his army, the northern part of his army. These units here are going to be the difficulty to surround. I'm hoping we close this gap this turn. And we can start attacking them. I've just been digging them in and resting our boys for the moment. Hey man, charge! Oh, I'm glad to see you, hey man. That was an absolute hilariousness yesterday. Dude, I'm telling you, it about killed me, my friend. I even went back and rewatched. Yesterday, I rewatched the midday live stream of this game because it was just so funny. I couldn't believe it. Of all brigades, of any brigade on the whole battlefield, the one that got banged up and was behind enemy lines was the one called Heyman. I couldn't believe it. It was so funny. Oh yeah, this is going to be over before we know it. This is, they give you better scenarios depending on how well you did, and we just absolutely smoked them last battle, so they gave us the easiest version of this battle. Let's give you a regular attack and a regular attack, and then we'll charge in with this brigade. So yeah, it's just now we're just straight charging him now. Because we've encircled 95% of his army quickly. What an easy battle. Oh, so... Yeah, we are not looking forward to our appointment in a little bit. Yet another dental appointment. But we're getting him. We're staying healthy. We're keeping our oral health in check, if you know what I'm saying. I'm being somewhat of a responsible human here. Despite my love for old video games. Artillery is just no point on this battle. If it wasn't for that, we'd really have a nice, much longer live stream today. But we're going to make up for it tomorrow. Tomorrow, I don't know what everybody's plans are, but I plan on being available for a good 3 hours to play this game tomorrow. So it'll be short and sweet today and a rain dainer tomorrow. Tomorrow's midday stream, we're definitely going to get some major engagements going on. It would be nice if the next battle after this is like a really large battle. That would be awesome, because that would like align perfectly with our scheduling, because we have a lot of time tomorrow and we could get in like a really big battle. Okay, so right here he's trying to attack this headquarter unit to break out of the encirclement, but we are not going to let that happen. Oh boy. They really stacked us big time on this battle. They just stacked us so heavy at the beginning. They already had us in a position that was pretty much encircling the enemy as it stood. And that's generally not the case in this game. Generally, you have to do a lot of troop movement around the battlefield before you get in a good position to really do damage. Oh boy. What a failed effort by the Confederacy. They should have learned the last time they tried to attack us at Fredericksburg. We absolutely owned them. And we were meant to lose that battle too. Anybody that can still attack, just attack. Yeah, this battle, they're not naming it brigade, they're naming it regiment, which I guess is like due to the amount of troops. I guess a brigade must be larger than a regiment. I'm not 100% sure on that, but in this battle, it says like 1st New Jersey Regiment, 5th Vermont Regiment, 15th New Jersey Regiment. It doesn't say like the person's name and brigade like it did on most of the other battles. It still shows us the name of the commander of each individual group. Wow, that was over quick in the south and in the north. Same turn, completely eliminated 95% of his army. And we just went right on the offensive. As soon as the battle started. Okay, over here. Now all we do is just
No, sir.
start swinging everybody around. So going to be a lot of changing formation here and putting our boys on march formation. The majority of them. Some of these gentlemen here, they will stay in battle formation. They will just move up. Why not open that artillery up? Pretty much everybody else, put them on march. That way they have a lot more movement points. And we'll get his last units here encircled. These gentlemen in battle formation, they'll dig in. And they'll just keep him occupado. Keep the enemy occupied. At least until we can get the units behind him. That'll be kind of tricky getting some of these guys back there. because they'll have to march through the trees. Yeah, not worried about anybody in the north there. We're done using them. We've got more than enough here to encircle what he's got. Turn. Not sure how many turns it's up there. Was a fun stream. I'm glad you said that, because I'm glad you said it was a fun stream, because I just thought that was so funny. Of any brigade that to happen to, it was the Hayman Brigade. I checked the beginning, and Hayman's was first reinforcements group to enter, and they held against 3 units for 2 turns. I did not watch the beginning because I kind of fast forwarded like about 30 minutes in, because I knew it didn't happen at the beginning. I'm gonna have to go back now that you said that. That makes me want to go back and watch the beginning of it and see what you were talking about. How it was one of the first reinforcement group, and it held out. Because honestly, I don't remember what happened to it. I thought that maybe it was just, in my mind, I thought maybe it was one of the brigades that was in the front, and it just took the majority of the enemy artillery fire to start the battle off, while he still had artillery at the beginning. That'll be fun to watch. That'll give me something to watch today while I'm sitting at the dentist, sitting in the chair waiting. They always make me wait. I don't know. I guess they just don't value my time. They love making me wait. Doesn't matter if I have an appointment or not. They love to make me wait. I just got that face that they just look at me and they like, oh, we can make this guy wait. Nope. I'm a busy man. I got stuff to do. I got work, kids, woman, YouTube channel. I'm busy. I ain't got time to sit in this dentist waiting room. My appointment's at a certain time. I want to sit down and start grinding. But that's just me. That's just the male in me, you know. I don't want to. I hate being forced to wait. Because it makes me think, well, what was the point of us making an appointment today if you're just going to make me wait? So we're working on our bit of encirclement here. Oh, you just deployed. You can't fire this turn. And it was quick. I mean, it wasn't even 7 turns. And we annihilated 95% of his army. It was over so quick, this battle. I'm glad you said that. Now I really want to go back and watch. That's itching me to go back and watch I'm going to be watching Hayman's Brigade like a hawk later today during that battle. You know, it's always good when you make yourself laugh after the fact, because I do tend to rewatch a lot of my streams, or at least listen to it while I'm in the car or while I'm at work. But I never really laugh at myself when I listen or rewatch something. I generally don't find myself laughing at myself like, haha, oh, that was funny what you did. But that one from yesterday, even after the fact of me watching it again, I was still laughing in the afternoon, rewatching that thing. It just killed me. I think mostly it was because of the timing. It was all about timing. It was like the perfect moment. Okay, we have the encirclement complete now. This artillery, he's not going to be able to break none of this. So most of the offensive action here is going to be in the north, which I'm glad we were resting our units up here. Just get in battle formation here. So start attacking, and wow. Yeah, his morale is so weak. He is so jaded. Because he knows he's done lost the battle. And what a huge circle, too. It's not even tight. It's just this giant circle. That's a proper encirclement. Wow, they really gave us a huge advantage in this battle. Huge. Just push him back even further with the artillery. We have so many units, honestly. The poor Confederacy. Oh, got rid of that quick. Okay, tighten up again. Boy, it's almost depressing how fast this battle went. Very odd. See, these two will disappear next turn because they are in retreat. So we end turn, they'll disappear. That one did not. I think because it had this open tile here. But generally, if they're encircled and they're in mass retreat like this, they'll disappear off the map. And we'll give the 7th Maine here. Let me catch up. You check for reinforcements at the start, and it is 3rd on the first list, and we kind of sacrificed it and did not care. It is funnier than you know. Oh yeah, I about died. And I do remember checking for reinforcements at the start of the battle. I've been trying to do that, and I was shocked at how many reinforcements we did get. Yeah, I think I kind of remember the getting that first group of reinforcements like right in the center on the west of the map. Wow, the second battle of Fredericksburg was weak for the Confederacy, but we did have the easy version. Another complete rout. My goodness. So Doubleday is recovered. He's coming back. I do remember his name. He was a unique portrait. Really no upgrades per se, because pretty much everybody has the Enfield or the Springfield rifle. I don't want. Okay. Just as long as nobody has the musket. I just don't like the old muskets. I like to have at least 55 to 60 on the weapon power. Oh, this is perfect. This actually works out perfectly. We are getting fortunate on this game. Because you see right here, the Battle of Gettysburg, alternate version 5. This is perfect, my friends. Because tomorrow we're going to have a lot of time. So we'll get it started, we'll talk about it, get a little game plan set up, but we won't make any movements. And then starting tomorrow, we're going to be starting this glorious Battle of Gettysburg. So we'll hang out here for a minute, we'll read the dialogue, we'll check the map. We're not getting off right now, but I'm not going to play this battle today, but we're just going to get it started and get kind of set up. And this is going to be beautiful timing. So we're going to prepare for our major Battle of Gettysburg tomorrow. Alright, let's go over the dialogue. Battle of Gettysburg, alternate 5. The Confederates make it to Gettysburg and meet no resistance. The rebels should prepare their defenses quickly and anticipate a large Union assault. The Union should try a two-pronged attack while skirmishers try to bait the rebels off the high ground. This important battle took place not on ground chosen by either army's commander, but accidentally. With the collision of their advanced scouts, the skirmish escalated rapidly until nearly 170,000 soldiers were involved. When the smoke cleared after 3 apocalyptic days, Lee had lost a third of his army and his reputation for invincibility, and Southern morale was broken. Although the fall of Vicksburg in the West was more decisive for the final defeat of the rebellion, and many battles remained to be fought, Gettysburg marked the turning point of the war in the Eastern Theater, as well as the high water mark of the Confederacy. History records it as the greatest battle of the war and a defining event in Americans' consciousness. Abraham Lincoln's Gettysburg Address, delivered a few months after the battle, is one of the masterpieces of the English language. I thought me reading dialogue was a masterpiece of English language. With its resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain, sanctifying the battlefield for all time. So this is a big major showdown we're going to be having tomorrow between Robert E. Lee and George G. Meade. So we're not going to make any movements, but we're just going to get a little idea of what we're in store for tomorrow. Oh, this is going to be huge. Huge for tomorrow. And I'm definitely going to look at this, turn 1 out of 80. There's going to be 80 turns in this battle. This is going to be epic. When you have that many turns in a battle, and this being probably the biggest battle of the game that we're going to be playing tomorrow here, it's really going to be like a full encirclement type deal, if that makes sense. I don't see us doing any piecemeal attacks here and there. I really see us just having a huge army all together. What a big map they've got. Let me zoom out. So we've got units spread out. Let me move the mini map over here. We've got units spread out all over the map. Majority of our force is up here in the northeast. And the Confederacy already has the actual town of Gettysburg under their control. And they've got a lot of the high ground here. So the Confederacy has a lot of units on the field, and they're already dug in a bit. Oh yeah, this is going to be a big battle, because this has got anywhere between 600 and 2,000-man brigades. The artilleries are about 100 some. We are going to check. There's Doubleday. We are going to check for our reinforcements. Oh, Pleasanton is a headquarter unit now? Dang it. He's been an excellent cavalry commander for us in battles past. And now I guess he got promoted. Now he's a headquarter unit. Oh, same with Howard. Howard was a good infantry brigade. Now he's a headquarter unit. So these gentlemen are getting promoted left and right, and they're moving up. There's Krzyzanowski. Where was Krzyzanowski's brigade from? It was back in the day. Back in the day, I remember that name. So we're having some familiar brigades here. I'm just looking at the names. We're going to look over our reinforcement report before we get off here. And we might discuss possible ideas. J. Buford. J.F. Reynolds. Dang. All of our favorite Union commanders that were in charge of infantry brigades are now headquarter units in this battle. That is, that's what happens when people get promoted. You don't have them as regular soldiers anymore. And we're looking at the units. Okay, let's check our reinforcement report. A huge battle upcoming for tomorrow. We're just in preparation of it. 80 turns. So here's the mini-map. And right here we can see the name of the brigade that's coming in. So real quick, we're going to get some reinforcements right there. And I'm watching the names to see if we see any names that stand out. We do get a specialist, that's good. They're not called sharpshooter, they're called specialist. But that's essentially the sharpshooters. So far, all of our reinforcements were coming from up here. We got some coming down there. And from the middle. See, this is making me think. I didn't check the names on a couple of those. This is starting to make me think of where I'm going to position my army tomorrow. Let's see. Okay, so that's the last of it. Our last reinforcement will show up July 1st at 1900 hours. And it is 5 artillery brigades in the north. So here is what I'm thinking. Most of our reinforcements are coming from this road, the Hanover Road, and also from this road, the York Pike. So majority of our reinforcements are coming on this road and this road. So the best place, just my humble opinion, to position our army. Let me zoom out on the battlefield here. Would be in between the two roads. Right here at the hospital graveyard. Just a solid line going down right here. and it'll cover our reinforcements coming in, and our reinforcements can move up and fill in the line while our fresh troops can start their flanking maneuvers. That is my plan tomorrow, is to set our line up here by the hospital graveyard. We'll have this large open field east of the town of Gettysburg to fire on him. And the height will be to our advantage too, because right now he has the terrain height advantage. But by positioning our artillery all along this ridge here, we'll have a key advantage, because we can fire on anything that comes up on top of this ridge or over. And his artillery, he'll have to bring it up to the top of the ridge in order to fire on us. And we can individually target his artillery as he brings it to the top of the ridge here. This will be our killing zone, so to speak, just west of the hospital graveyard, because our line will be right here. We'll set up our army right here. And this will be our killing zone. His artillery, he'll bring it up to the ridge in order to target us, and our artillery will just blast him off the ridge, and he'll retreat back down here. And then he'll bring it up again. It'll be similar, I think, to the tactic that we did on the Battle of Harper's Ferry. The way we were able to defend the town of Harper's Ferry in the west was by using that tactic. Not holding the ridge, but getting away from the ridge, letting him come up and over it, and we blast him. So that is our beautiful game plan for tomorrow. We'll probably consult with Sherman here. Jackson is still alive. Interesting. Yeah. It is an interesting game. It is a beautiful game. And we are really looking forward to starting the Battle of Gettysburg tomorrow. It's just a short midday stream today. We did the second Battle of Fredericksburg, and we got set up. We have a game plan for tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be a long midday stream. If we don't get the entirety of this battle done, we'll have at least get halfway through it. I plan on being available for 3 hours tomorrow to do the Battle of Gettysburg. So we're going to do a hard save here. I appreciate everybody coming out today, watching our short battle of Fredericksburg. And when we come back tomorrow, my friends, we will start the Battle of Gettysburg for the Union. Peace.